already know, you're listening to Jim Weller. Brooks Ritter is my executive producer today. And you're listening to Weller Does Delmarva. We want to say thank you, Fran, for getting us on the air. He gets up early and rolls out all the wires all the way from Bridgeville to the other side of Houston and does just a fantastic job. So thank you, Fran. And we got a lot going on today. So I got a couple free offers I'm going to make. I'm feeling rather generous today, so I'm glad I'm not taking callers. But anyway, I guess you could send me a note on Facebook if you got an idea of what you would like me to say, do, or give away. But right out of the gate, my son Jimmy bought some tickets. He's just like his dad. He can't buy one of them. So anyway, I bought a bunch of tickets to Firefly up in Dover, and it's coming up. And he paid over $300 a piece for these things. I guess he was going to camp and everything. So he has a couple of them. And he told me, he said, look, get rid of them things by 9 o'clock this morning. So here's the deal. I don't care when you call. But anyway, he's willing to sell them for $200 a piece. So if you want a ticket to Firefly, this is a 4-day general admission Firefly wristband. He's got them. They're legitimate. They're his. He bought them, and he wants to sell them. So if you have any interest in this at all, you can shoot me a message, or you can give Jimmy a call at 841-1828. You would make his day. 841-1828. He's got 2 of them left. He wants to get rid of them. $200 a piece. If you're listening and you bought tickets, you know that is a deal of a deal. So anyway, good morning to you. I hope everybody's had a good week. We got some rain. That helps with many things, especially allergies. Kind of knocks the dust down. Brooks, how you doing?
I'm doing great. And
you look wide awake here this morning.
I am, and I do appreciate the rain because my allergies, I tell you what, were really kicking up.
Really?
That rain came through, and I can breathe.
You're good for now.
I'm good.
Okay, well, good. So I want to mention one of my sponsors, George Luff, Luff & Associates in Milford. He's not just in Milford anymore. He's got a place in Rehoboth and Dover. I think he's had that for a year or two, but he wants me to talk about his payroll. I actually met with him the other day and talked about it for Wellers. We've been doing it now for a year, year and a half, maybe 2 years. I can't even remember how long it's been. But how do you like it? Is your money good when you get your paycheck?
It's all in there. It's done when it's supposed to be done, and everything looks good.
All right. When you did your tax return, was all your things in order?
Absolutely. Very simple.
All right. So easy payroll is what we're talking about with Luff & Associates. So whether you have a business like mine, we have about 11 to 24 employees. It literally costs me $54 every pay period. So we pay twice a month. So it costs me $108 a month for them to handle my payroll issues. And you know, my daughter used to do it, and she talks about how she used to take her printer with her on vacation and have to print everything and all that stuff. And she started naming to us the other day how many states her printer had been to on her different vacations, because she would have to do payroll while on vacation. So anyway, easy payroll. You own a business, big one, small one employee, hundreds of employees. Give George a call, 422-9699. On the web, it's Luff, Luff, CPAs.com. Then somebody else I've been spending a lot of time with is Bill Strickland, L&W Insurance Agency. They sell me all kinds of insurance. Oh, I just love to buy insurance. And anyway, I just want to let you know that they offer auto insurance. And you might be listening and say, well, I already have auto insurance. Well, that's fine, but do you know if you're properly insured? Everybody buys insurance like this. They buy it by price. Then the minute something happens and they're not quite covered how they wish they were, they're like, daggone that insurance man.
Oh, yeah, it's always his
fault. You know
fault.
what I mean? Oh, it's always his fault. It's like when I used to sell tires, they would say this: I want some Michelins, but I want the cheapest thing you got. Well, hold on now. Which do you want? You want the Michelins or you want the cheapest thing I got? So anyway, what people are really saying is, I have no idea what I'm doing. Please don't take advantage of me, but don't let me be underinsured. And that's what I like about L&W Insurance Agency. Whether you're talking health care, whether you're talking auto insurance, whether you're talking life insurance, whether you're talking commercial coverage, you could tell they're into it. They've been serving Delmarva, Delaware, and Delmarva for over 60 years. And give them a call. 856-7828, 856-7828. Again, I'm saying if you have insurance, it's okay. Just double check them. Put them to the test. Make sure whoever you're dealing with is giving you the right insurance for the right price. Now, Brooks, we're open today. Is that right?
We are open today, yes.
Hey, you know something I noticed? You guys are buying or trading in almost a used trailer a day.
We're trying to build a collection.
I can see that out there. So some of them are beauty queens.
And some of them need a little
Yeah, the cosmetic attention, in other words. So, but I just noticed this one. We got traded back in already. I don't know if it was traded in or the guy just sold it to us. A 2014 16-foot landscape trailer.
Yeah.
Did he buy another trailer or just sell it?
No, he bought it, I would say, a month and a half to 2 months ago.
Really?
He just came on some financial difficulties, so he had to sell it.
But you know what I like? Did you see what he did to it?
Yeah, he put like this wood box on the front of it.
Yes, like a wall. Like they look like they're 4 foot high.
Yep, and his thoughts were that way he could put like mulch and stuff right up front there.
Yes,
so and then if you're pitchforking the mulch or anything like that, you have a wall that you're going up against, so you're not just losing it out the front of the trailer.
I thought it was a great idea. So, folks, if you're listening and you want to look at a really nice used 16-foot landscape trailer that on the front part of it, it's like sheets of plywood, it looks like.
Yes.
And they're across the front and down both sides, maybe 6 or 8 feet, something like that.
That's correct.
So, anyway, it has a ramp gate on the back. This thing looks like brand new. So, anyway, give Brooks a call on that one. You want to handle that, or you want Jason to sell that one?
No, give me a call.
Okay, so give Brooks a call on that one. What number you want him to call, Brooks?
They can call my cell phone, which is...
Oh, now we're giving the cell phone number. Okay.
448-0049, or you can also reach me at the store at 337-8228.
Normally, Brooks does not want to give out his cell phone number, but for that one there, he's going to do it. I got another one I'm going to mention in a little bit, an aluminum trailer.
Yeah.
It's a numalum. It's an aluminum trailer. Anyway, we got that thing in the other day, but I'm like, man, we are getting some nice stuff.
Yeah.
And then you can go out there. I could show you some that I would look at and say, who's in charge of trading this thing in?
And that was that guy.
That was that guy. So anyway, if you're looking for a trailer, new trailer, used trailer, do we have any used dump trailers?
We do have a couple of used dump trailers.
Do we really?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right, so we got used dump trailers. We got used tow dollies.
1 or 2 of those, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, because those are the things we usually hardly ever have in a used dump.
Absolutely.
So we have a used tow dolly, we have a used dump trailer, we have a used landscape trailer. I got an aluminum trailer I'm going to talk about in a few minutes. Do we have any used like 6x12 enclosed trailers?
Yes. Got at least one of them that I know
for sure. At least one of them. Okay.
And then there's a couple. There's a 8.5x20. There's a 7x4. There's 7x14 with an air conditioner.
I saw that.
That's a nice trailer.
It is a nice trailer.
I was out there the other day looking at it. I'm like, wow, this would be a really good buy for somebody.
I bet you were thinking. Away from home with air conditioning.
Absolutely.
You could take that thing camping.
It could be my man cave.
It could be your man cave right outside your house.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, anyway, so what we're trying to say, folks, is Weller's in Bridgeville is open today at 9. We're open from 9 to 1. And we have used trailers, and we even have an aluminum one I'm going to talk to you about here in just a minute. But first, what else you want to talk about? We selling any Father's Day stuff?
We are. We had a Father's Day ad come out, and there's quite a few things in there that's been doing well.
What's the number one item? How about that? You tell me first before I bait you.
I would say the number one is kind of mixed between the holding poles. We've sold some of those.
Okay, and they're in the entire world.
We got them all.
We got them all.
Yep.
And, folks, when I say that, I mean because we bought all of them from the guy who bought the mold who broke the mold. In other words, so we bought all of them, and I had to buy them to get a forklift off the guy. He said, if you take all these things, you can have this forklift in the deal. So how would you describe a holding pole?
It is, I would say it's about four pieces of plastic that you bolt them together so you end up with a T.
Goes with all the nuts and bolts and everything.
Yep. Okay. It makes a T. Now, the bottom part of the T has about, I can't remember
like
exactly.
Like a half circle cut into them.
I would say 4 to 6 half circles on it, and then you just hang it
46 of them?
4 to 6.
4 to 6, okay.
And then you just hang it from your rafters, and you got these
like
spots.
In a basement or out in your garage or something like that, wherever you got a rafter that you can fasten to.
Yep.
I guess you could put them in your living room. You could cut through the sheetrock and tap into the rafter.
Hey, whatever.
Wherever you want to put your fishing rods.
Absolutely.
But what it does is, I'll tell you, I was at somebody's place the other day. And you know what they're hanging on them?
What's that?
Extension cords. They got all their garden hoses and extension cords and everything else hanging from their holding poles.
Exactly. I mean, they're made for fishing poles, but they're multi-purpose.
Yep. And they're so modern, folks, that when you look at the packaging, they have a black and white picture on them.
Absolutely.
Right. So we've gone past the era of color pictures, and we're going back to black and white. That's how modern these things are. But they're really neat, and they're on sale for $5.50 for a pair, or 2 for $10.
Absolutely.
Now, we're making money on them, aren't we?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's where it's at. Yeah. We'll be taking a cruise soon. But anyway, how about the camouflage binoculars? Do we sell many of them?
Those haven't been as big of a hit as I thought they would have been. But I would say the next biggest hit is the can crusher.
You know, Jimmy told me that. He said we sell tons of those things in a year.
They are hard to keep in stock.
Who buys a can crusher?
Everybody. I've had young boys come in here and get can crushers, and I've had older people come in and get can crushers. I mean, we're talking people in their 80s and 90s in here buying a can crusher.
Were they mentally stable, the people that bought?
Absolutely. I mean, they opened their wallet, they handed me money, they smiled.
Okay.
It went very smooth.
Wow. $12.50 for a can crusher.
Yeah.
So, folks, if you don't know what we're talking about, you bolt this thing to the wall, and you take a tin can and put it in it. Tin can, aluminum can.
Yep.
You wouldn't do it with tin cans. It wouldn't even be worth it.
No.
But anyway, pull the handle down, and
that way, when you have a trash bag full of cans, it's not, you might, instead of let's just say you had 100 cans in there, you might be able to fit 500 cans or 1,000 cans.
We need the exact number.
I'll have to go out there and get practicing.
Okay, we need the exact number.
I need some people to start drinking some soda so I can start crushing some cans.
So when they stop in, they can just go to the soda machine, buy you a soda.
Absolutely.
And then you'll crush the can after you're done.
Absolutely.
All right. Is there anything else that stick in your mind? The gun cleaning kit's my favorite.
Yeah.
I keep telling people, everybody thinks it's a joke. If you own a gun, you only own it for one reason, because you're going to shoot somebody. Okay? That's usually why, or something. Right. You intend to shoot something, but everybody I know is all hepped up on, I'm going to shoot somebody, in other words. Anyway, and so I encourage people, if you're going to shoot somebody or even an animal, use a clean gun, please. Just out of courtesy. You know what I mean? The last thing you want them to do is get an infection. So $15.75. Think about it, Brooks. Who wants to be shot with a dirty gun? If you're going to shoot me, at least use a clean gun, right?
I don't even know what to say to that one.
All right. Well, anyway, 18 pairs of socks. How many people ask you, are these socks new or used?
I actually get quite a few people ask me.
I do too, all the time. People think we're down here selling used socks. Folks.
Freshly laundered.
Yeah, these are Brooks and Jason's and Jimmy's old socks, and we're selling them. No,
but they are hole free.
Hey, how many of these, are they all made in America or just some of them?
I don't know.
You'd rather not say that, huh? All right, well, anyway, they're made somewhere, right? And they're brand new, folks. And they're not like all left-footed or all right-footed. They're clearly marked right and left. Is that right?
They're not marked, but they're definitely, they're pairs of
Well, how
socks.
do you know which one's the right and which one's the left? For real, when you get up in the morning.
I just put them on.
No kidding.
Yeah.
But what happens if you put the wrong one on the wrong foot? Do you have a pull all day long? You know, like, you know how them race cars, they have like a pull.
I haven't noticed anything that would cause me to be walking differently.
If you walked faster, would you notice it?
I don't think so.
All right. Well, anyway, 18 pair of socks for $10. That's ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
Even the old big box stores can't compete with that.
Not at all.
Not even the new big box stores. So anyway, 18 pair of socks. Now, here's the other thing. I got to ask you, as silly as this sounds, we're selling boxes of nails.
Mm-hmm.
When I was in the tire business, nails were my friend.
Yeah.
Because I love fixing flat tires, you know?
Start throwing them on the road.
Yeah, I don't know about that. But 20-pound box of nails, $2.50. Now, does anybody ever buy a box of nails at Weller's?
Yes. Yes.
You're kidding me.
And there's been a few times I've had to carry them out for them.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I almost think you could scrap these.
I was thinking the same thing the other day. I was like, we could probably take this
to the junkyard
and
be done with it. Because we're selling you 3 boxes for $6. 3 boxes for $6. What's that come out to per box, Brooks?
That would be $2 per box.
There we go. Tell me this one, the electric bug zapper. Does anybody ever buy them?
Yes, we've sold a couple of those.
Okay, what on this page doesn't sell? The shaver, the razor?
I sold one of those the other day.
How about the drill bit sharpener?
That would probably be the one thing that would probably be the sells
People
the least.
would rather just buy drill bits.
Exactly.
The heck with sharpening them things.
Yeah, it's too much work.
It's too much work to sharpen the drill bit. I'm just going to go buy a new one. Tell me this, the attitude adjuster.
Oh, they're a big hit.
You know how many people ask me, is there a his and hers model of them?
Is there really?
Yeah. Amish made, and you know the Amish are very good at settling disputes.
They are.
And obviously, you very seldom see them in court. You know what I mean? So in other words, you need an Amish made, and they're truly made by the Amish. People think I'm kidding. I mean, they make them just for us. So anyway, and for their family members. But $10. So what's the word for right-handed or left-handed?
Ambidextrous.
That's the word. Yep. They are for ambidextrous people. Okay. So Rocky Balboa could use one of these.
Absolutely. And they really are a nice thing. I mean, if you have a fireplace mantle or something like that, just Just
They
lay it
make
right
a
up.
great gift.
Oh, they are really neat. I mean,
They really
it's just
make a
something
great
you gotta
gift.
have.
It's a gotta-have thing. So you can see this ad, folks, at Wellers.com. Click on where it says ads, and then look at the one that says Father's Day deals. I want to talk about something else, Brooks. You were in the weight loss challenge, right?
I was.
Did you have fun with that?
Yes, a little bit. I really.
I actually
struggled.
beat you in the weight loss challenge.
You did,
and I think we eat out about as much as each other. So
I was very proud of you. You did really well.
I did pretty good. Something I want to mention that I'm doing. I do a rap once a week, and people say, well, when are you going to play this rap for us? In other words, it's not that kind of a rap. It's where I get this rap. It's this thing you put on your stomach. In other words, and it kind of detoxifies you. And people say, oh, you're crazy. You're crazy. Well, let me tell you something. This is like a piece of cloth, sort of, and you put it on your stomach, and then you have this stuff you wrap around your stomach, and you leave it on for 45 minutes. I leave it on for 2 or 3 hours. I want to get all I can get out of it, okay? So anyway, I find that my stomach starts gurgling when because it's detoxifying, in other words, you know.
Get rid of the bad stuff.
Yeah, and get rid of the bad stuff. And sometimes I take that wrap off, and then I measure myself, and I've lost some inches. Sometimes I gain some, and then like later on that day it goes down, because I could tell when I've had a lot of sodas or sweet tea, it causes me to bloat up because it's pulling all that mess out.
Yeah.
So if you have any interest in this, people say, Jim, I don't believe you. I don't believe that you are getting wrapped once a week. And I said, I'm telling you, I've been doing it since about, February or March.
Yeah.
And I really like it. And there's an unbelievable statistic that really verifies it, and it's my belly button, because I have a hernia, and the hernia is getting closer to the front of my stomach than it used to be. When I had more stomach, the hernia was in a little further.
Gotcha.
Now that my stomach is toning and tightening and so on, that hernia is becoming more visible.
Yeah,
So anyway, I'm like, I just can't believe it, because I was so skeptical about this. So what I'm telling you, folks, is if you're listening and you desire to lose weight or you desire to detoxify, I drink a protein shake every morning, and as people that watch me on Facebook know, I haven't altered my eating habits none too much.
Not at all.
Not at all. I like the none too much. But anyway, so what I'm saying is give Dave or Jeannie Morgan a call. They sell some products, and they're really good people. They live right in Milford. And as an added value bonus for listening to this show, and I'm really not supposed to do this because I did it once or twice and she was inundated with phone calls, she will wrap you for free. We'll limit that to the first 5 people that call her. So no purchase necessary, no obligation. If you say, I want to try one of them wraps, she will wrap you for free if you tell her you heard me make this offer on the show. 422-8315, 422-8315, Dave or Jeannie Morgan. Give her a call and say, what in the world was Jim Weller talking about? And is he for real? Is he not for real? Some people wonder that on a daily basis. Am I for real or not for real?
You just never know with you.
Man, let me tell you what all I got going on, Brooks. First of all, I was subpoenaed to the Bodenweiser trial, and I've not had to go yet, and I'm kind of excited about that, but it's been real heavy being ready every minute of every day to
I don't think
be
you're going to
called.
have to go.
Why, did they go to the jury?
Yeah, they went to the jury yesterday for a couple hours, and now they're off for the weekend, and they'll be back on Monday.
Wow.
So you got out of that one.
I got out of that one because I got to tell you, the next thing I got cooking, I got somebody that wants the Red Barn. Can't say anybody's name or anything, but I have somebody that's going to rent the Red Barn. So we are going to be having a massive Red Barn liquidation sale here in the near future. And then I'm going to a sheriff's sale on Tuesday, and I'm going to try to buy the corner in Lincoln, right next to where my tire store was, where Bean's Attic is now. I still own that building. And I'm going to try to buy the corner. I've actually been trying to buy it for years, but never could get together on the price. It's actually going to sheriff's sale Tuesday, and I'm going to buy it. And everybody I've talked to is like, you can't imagine what DelDOT's going to put you through when you buy a corner piece of property. See, that's the problem. A lot of people don't realize that. When you buy a piece of property today, your entrance is void. You have to then reapply for permission to use an entrance. And then they say to you, well, here's what you got to do, or no, you can't do it. I have a building in Greenwood. Remember when I opened it up as a thrift store, my church did?
Yeah,
they took the highway entrance away.
Yep.
Took it right away. Said, nope, you can never use it. They've been there 50 years. And DelDOT just took it away. So I'm going to this auction. I hope that I get the property. And if I do, then I've got to then see whether I got to spend $100,000 or $200,000 or $500,000 with DelDOT to get the permission to use the entrance. So it's a very interesting thing. But I just got all these big things. Because emptying that barn, you may think that's a small task. That's not going to be a small task.
I think that's going to be a joint effort.
With
the
effort.
Whole crew here.
All joints, elbows, knees, everything, backbones, and so on. So anyway, folks, pray for me. I have a lot going on. I'm kind of excited. I got a feel that the economy's turning around. Brooks, we've had some smoking weeks here. Would you agree with that?
We have.
Stuff like we've never seen before.
Yeah.
So it's like, and people are spending money. They're looking for more value. They're not looking for the cheapest thing they can buy anymore. They're saying, well, tell me about the cheapest thing, but tell me about a couple notches up, because my money doesn't come to me as easily as it used to, so I want some value.
Yeah, and if I got to spend it just a little bit more
to get
something
more,
that's going to last longer, why not consider that?
Because I'm not going to replace it as quickly.
Exactly.
So, and that's where Weller's prides themselves. When you come to look at a trailer, man, we aren't just about one brand, one and done. I mean, in other words, we sell many, many, many different brands. So if you're looking for a trailer, I say it all the time, please make me the last stop. Go here, go there, go there, go there. And then when you get here, we can help guide you through the process, because anywhere else you go, they sell one brand and one brand only. So they can only talk about that. They can't even tell you about the features, what another $100 or $200, because everybody says, oh, I just want it to be as cheap as I can. How long are you going to keep it? Forever? Oh, okay. Well, let's make sure it's the right width and the right length. And if it fits your lawnmower today, what are you going to do if that lawnmower, you decide to upgrade to a bigger lawnmower? Nobody ever gets a smaller lawnmower.
Nope.
They always get bigger. And then they're like, dang, I wish I'd have bought a bigger trailer. Why didn't you talk me into it? So that's what we try to do. We try to talk you into / guide you to make a good, solid, educated decision. Spend your hard-earned money as wisely as you can. And, of course, we pretty much never met a deal we couldn't beat.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think anybody buys or sells more than we do, and I don't mean that in a bragging way. It's just a reality.
Sure.
So, anyway, if you want a trailer, come on in. Give us a call, 337-8228 on the web, wellers.com. I'm going to take a break, and then I'm going to be back with Sean from First Class Heating and Air. We have got some info for you. We'll be right back with Weller Does Delmarva.
Be sure to listen to Dave Jones from Atlantic Refrigeration and Air Conditioning this Thursday at 11:30. Call during the Susan Monday show, and Dave will be happy to answer any of your heating and air and geothermal questions. Find out how you can upgrade your home to be energy efficient this Thursday at 11:30.
Mostly sunny, breezy, and less humid today with a high of 78 degrees. It'll be mainly clear and quite comfortable tonight. Low 52 inland to 60 on the beach. Sunny and nice tomorrow with low humidity. Beautiful Father's Day with our high near 80 degrees. Then on Monday, it'll be mostly sunny, and you'll notice it feeling a bit more humid as well with our high up to 84. I'm meteorologist Steve Witters in the Delaware 1059 Weather Center.
From the first town in the first state in the USA, we're WXDE, Lewis.
Delaware 1059.
I'm Gary Nunn. Sunni extremists on the move in Iraq, taking big chunks of territory, threatening to take Baghdad. CBS's Clarissa Ward is there.
The Sunni minority, who were very powerful under Saddam Hussein for many decades, have really struggled since the U.S. invasion. They've been fired and removed from key positions in the government, and it's fair to say that there's a strong level of anger and indignance among the Sunni population, even from moderate Sunnis who don't necessarily espouse the same extremist views as ISIS.
That's the Islamic State of Iraq and Syria. President Obama's watching closely.
You could support with military strikes, you could support with intelligence, certainly trying to get the regional actors together to try to push back this offensive. But for the United States at this stage, the options are limited.
CBS national security analyst Juan Zarate. Pentagon Press Secretary John Kirby reflects.
A lot of blood and treasure that went into giving the Iraqis that opportunity. A lot of young men and women didn't come home.
CBS News Update, I'm Gary Nunn.
Susan Monday here, inviting you to check out Sip and Bite on Delaware 105.9. Tune in at 3 every Saturday to find out where you should go for dinner tonight, or to find out about a local event where you'll get to experience great dishes prepared by the fabulous chefs we have in the area. And let's not forget about the local wineries, breweries, and distilleries with something to quench your thirst. It's all about supporting local on Sip and Bite. So join me on a culinary journey every Saturday on Delaware 105.9. Brought to you by the J. Caputo Restaurant Group. The truth is on your fork.
Boogity, boogity, boogity! Let's go racing, boys!
Win a Ride the Monster experience from Monster Racing by playing the Checkered Flag Challenge. It's easy. Pick the 5 drivers you think will finish in the top 5 of each week's Sprint Cup race and get points for all your correct picks. Get the most points that week and you win that Monster Racing ride and one for a friend to use at Delaware 105.9's Monster Racing Day on October 4th. Congratulations to Judy Kidwell, this week's winner in the Checkered Flag Challenge. Even if you don't win, you can still ride the Monster on October 4th and save $25. Find the coupon on the Checkered Flag Challenge page at Delaware1059.com. And if you have the most points at the end of the first half of the NASCAR season, you'll win a pair of tickets to the fall race in Dover, plus a ride and drive experience from Monster Racing. So play the Checkered Flag Challenge today. Brought to you by Monster Racing. Want the thrill of a lifetime? Then ride and drive with Monster Racing in a real race car on the Monster Mile. Now that's the gift of a lifetime. Perfect for fun family and work events too. Get to the action at monsterracing.com.
What is wrong with this computer?
Just because your computer is loaded with malware or is running too slow doesn't mean you have to get rid of it. Response Computer Group's Microsoft certified technicians will check your Windows and antivirus for updates and perform their tune-up magic. Drop it off today at the Milford location off Airport Road in Independence Commons. Business or residential, laptop or PC, virus cleanup or repair. Response Computer Group can get your computer up and running like new. Response Computer Group, 335-3400.
Have you considered reducing your smoking risk and switching to electronic cigarettes? Are you wondering exactly what the e-cigarette is all about? There is now a dedicated store where you can learn all about the choices and try before you buy. It's called Delmar Vapor Lounge, just opened in Delmar, Delaware. With over 100 house flavors of quality e-liquid using only USP certified ingredients, mixed to order right in front of you to your specifications of nicotine content and vapor density, you will get your custom e-liquid. Delmar Vapor carries only high-quality equipment covered by a manufacturer's warranty. And even though Delmar Vapor won't sell its products to persons under 18 years of age, it offers a kid-friendly environment without the undertones of the drug culture. Delmar Vapor is not a head shop or a hookah lounge, but a family business started to help assist smokers in the transition to a less harmful nicotine delivery system. Don't waste time and money on e-cigarettes until you first visit Delmar Vapor Lounge in the State Line Plaza Shopping Center in Delmar, Delaware.
The following program is a paid commercial presentation. The comments, views, and opinions expressed do not necessarily reflect the views of the staff, management, or advertisers of Delaware 105.9.
Okay, everybody. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Man, it's a nice day out there. Jim Weller here. You've been listening to me and Brooks Ritter talking about all kinds of things at Weller's. Weller Does Delmarva is the name of this show. If you got anything you want to suggest to me or comment, you can shoot me a message through Facebook, or you can shoot me an email, jim@wellers.com. Everybody that sees me thinks it's spelled G-Y-M. It's J-I-M at wellers.com, okay? But you can shoot me a message. I like to know, how do we sound? How do we look? What do you think of the show? Speaking of look, to tell you the truth, we record these shows, video them, so they aren't streamed. But by Monday afternoon, Brooks will have this thing up on the internet, and that's at wellerdoesdelmarva.com. Are we using the World Wide Web now?
The World Wide Web.
Do we use it constantly, or do we use the local web once in a while?
No, we've kind of moved on to the World Wide Web.
All the time?
Absolutely.
All right. So anyway, if you go to the World Wide Web, you can watch what these shows look like. They're actually wonderful. We're in my office. We're sitting here. I got Sean from First Class Heating and Air just waiting to tell us something exciting. But I'm going to hit a couple more sponsors real quick. My copier guy, Rick Fowler, No Nonsense Office Machines. I talk about him every week, and people contact him all the time. So, look, here's the deal. If you have a copier, even if you have a home copier, so many people have home offices and stuff like that, he sells copiers. He works on copiers. He gives copier advice. He also sells and works on computers. He sells and works on laptops. He sells and works on tablets. And we have a tablet at home. I went to an auction one time, and I bought this Slate tablet, and it was from the Greenwood Mennonite School, and that's what a tablet used to be, believe it or not. It was a piece of slate with a wooden frame around it. Now a tablet's like an electronic thing. So the tablets that Rick works on are the electronic ones. So anyway, if you have a tablet or whatever, even Wii's, like a Wii gaming system or an Xbox or whatever, gaming consoles, he works on them too. So give him a call, 856-7381, 856-7381. Real good guy. You'll really like him. He's located in Georgetown, and if you mention my show, he will give you 25% off any labor on a repair, okay? Next is L&W Insurance Agency. I'm real happy with them. They're up in Dover, but they offer commercial coverage, home, health, life. And if you already have insurance, which I hope you do, and you just want to double check and make sure who you're dealing with is doing a good job for you, it's 856-7828. It doesn't cost anything to get a quote and check things out. A live, friendly person answers the phone. Now, that's during business hours, not in the middle of the night. But anyway, they're one of the largest independent agencies in Delaware, and they represent you, the policyholder, not an insurance company. And people say, what does that mean? It means this. If you buy insurance from a company that, has just one name to it, I don't want to name any names, but it would be like if Weller sold insurance and it was called Weller State. In other words, if you buy insurance and it's just one name, that agent actually works for that insurance company. They don't work for you. At L&W Insurance Agency, they sell 4 or 5 different brands of insurance, so they're actually working for their customer, not any one insurance company. So that's what they mean when they say they represent you and not the policyholder. LWinsurance.com on the web also. Next, let's talk about heating and air conditioning. I'm sure that you're busy with people wanting heat right now. Good morning, Sean from First Class Heating and Air.
Good morning, Jim. How are you?
I'm good. How about you?
I'm doing great.
I have to believe you guys have been smoking busy.
It's been good. It's been very, very busy. Obviously coming into the summer season. Hopefully it's going to stay. We had such an up and down winter.
Yeah.
We thought we had a spring coming. It turned back to winter again. But now it's we're right into it. So
yeah,
it's been pretty good. The heat's here. Along with the heat, obviously, is the humidity, which seems to be even worse. And, of course, I heard talking this morning about allergies.
Yep.
That rain's definitely helped knock some of that down. But, there are some, alternatives to take care of that as well inside a house. So, we have plenty of things.
When I bought my newest heating and air conditioning system for my house, you want to describe that kind of filter system I bought?
Yeah, you've got an air purifier.
Okay.
There, and that's one of these systems that is designed specifically for allergies and people that have asthma. It captures and kills 99% of anything that's airborne, for viruses and flus. I get questions all the time about air cleaners and filter types and all that. And in the past, older air cleaners, the traditional ones I always called them glorified bug zappers. They would catch the big stuff, but a lot of the big things that cause the allergies and caused different inflammations with asthma and all were not caught. They're allowed to go right through there, and viruses and all that. So these new ones, the most efficient ones, and also the most they're also the most effective filters made by Bryant.
Okay.
And they capture it all and they kill it, which is more importantly.
Okay.
So basically you change a filter every 6 to 8 months. Put a new one in and never have to worry about it. Nothing's live on that filter, so everything that's on there is dead, and you don't have to worry about getting sick or reintroducing it back into the system.
And I believe, it even would be good, like in my case, my wife babysits 2 or 3 days a week. I got grandkids of all different ages. Mm-hmm. In other words, it kind of helps them also maybe catch a little less colds or something
Absolutely,
like that.
Yeah, it filters the air. Indoor air quality in a house is some of the dirtiest air you can have.
And the sad thing is it's constant because it just keeps moving around.
Right. Yep. So if you're moving it and the filter, will catch the big dust particles and all that, but it's not killing the viruses that are going through that. They're too small and they pass right through.
And come right back out again.
Exactly. So you're sitting by a vent and it's blowing right in you.
Wow.
So
or you got a grandkid on the floor,
right.
The vent's near the floor.
Right. So
wow.
There. So these ones definitely kill it and keep the house as clean as possible.
Now, if somebody has a maintenance agreement, do you call them service agreements probably? Mm-hmm. Okay. So say somebody says, look, my air conditioner's just fine. Everything's working just fine. Everything is really always needs a set of eyes looking at it. Is that a fair way of looking at saying it? In other words, it just, even though it's working, I have a friend who's a chiropractor, and he says people come to him all the time and said, oh, my back just went out yesterday. He said it really didn't just go out yesterday. It's accumulation of stress and strain and things. I have to believe a heating and air conditioning system also is similar to that. That even though it's working, the question is it working? Is the word optimum? It's peak performance.
Peak performance, or as efficient as it could.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly. These systems run close to 300 days a year. I mean, it's really, it's either off or for a little bit of time, but there's so many different dynamics in homes and weather patterns that these systems are constantly running, and it's a mechanical device.
Right.
So it does need to be serviced and cleaned and maintained for many reasons. One, if the system is clean, the coils are clean, you don't have any of the the bacteria smells and things that are associated when you first turn the air conditioners on.
Or you've been gone for a few days and your house smells a little musty or something. Yeah.
Exactly. But the other side of it is if the coils are restricted or the filters are dirty, that system has to work a lot harder.
Right.
And
it's still working.
Right.
So upstairs in the house, you know no different, but your electric bill or your energy bills could be costing you more than they need to.
Absolutely. They did a study with the Department of Energy and found that systems that were not maintained over a course of about 5 years, once they serviced them, their average savings is about 32%. So
Really?
of kilowatt usage for the piece of equipment. So it just basically something like that will pay for itself in there.
Well, in my house, my electric bill, man, it's just getting better all the time. Like when I use the heater, it went down $30-some a month. Now I'm using the air conditioner, and it actually I think is even more efficient than when the heater was running. Is that possible?
Absolutely. Yeah, the systems are more efficient as they were. The other side of it is you get more humidity control, which most systems didn't have before. It used to be, air conditioners by default are humidity dehumidifiers. They control humidity. They pull moisture out of the air. But newer systems monitor humidity and temperature completely independently. So they will pull, you can set your indoor humidity levels to a lower percentage and keep your temperature levels a little higher. 74 degrees where you on an older system, or 72 degrees, you almost had to keep it much cooler just to be comfortable. Now you can set them 76, 78 degrees, but your humidity levels are lower, so it's much more comfortable in the house. So it's more of a feel thing, visual. So they've come a long way.
I'd say,
and they're quieter when they do it, which is a big thing. But just whole house comfort is really what goes on with that.
And I can see it right down to my animals. And now I've noticed, as crazy as this sounds, my cat even likes to lay near one of the vents. So my cat and my dogs are enjoying this air conditioning. Like they've figured out in my house what vents to lay near. It's just kind of amazing, you know. Yeah. And they didn't used to be that way. Either they're getting smaller or smarter or lazier. So now, maintenance agreement. Is it like $200 a year, or should I not be quoting prices?
It depends on the system.
Okay.
Typically, for a standard heat pump system, you're close to that, $210 a year, roughly in that area.
But let's just say it's $225, okay, for easy figuring, and that's not an exact price.
Right.
Is that 2 trips?
Yes. Yeah, that covers 2 visits to the house. They do a preseason, in the springtime, one in the fall. There's a whole list of checkpoints they have to hit per season. Cleaning coils, tightening electrical connections, the general maintenance on the systems. But also gives you priority service. So if there are ever any problems or ever any issues when, something does happen, let's face it, things do break down, electrical issues happen. So, there are ways to catch that, and it's preventative. But then the other side of that is you get 15% off plumbing and electrical.
Now,
so there are a lot of different things.
Okay,
that come along
so
with that.
if you come and let's say somebody buys a maintenance agreement, whatever the price is, okay, and then you come and you service their heater and their air conditioner, and then all of a sudden they call you up and say that my hot water heater's bad. Mm-hmm. In a separate trip, do they still get the 15% off?
Yes.
So getting the maintenance agreement literally qualifies them. Do they get 15% off if they use you as an electrician?
Yes.
Because we never really have talked much about the electrical,
right.
in other words. But so that's like a buy-in.
Right.
That's like saying, hey, not only do you get your heater and your air conditioner serviced twice a year, that doesn't include a filter, does it?
It does. Standard filters, it does. It doesn't on the air purifiers. Some of the,
I can't get them big ones for you for free.
Yeah. But for a standard filter, it definitely does clean the condensate lines and all. But yeah, you're right. It's a one-stop shop. Basically, you make one phone call for most mechanical things in the house. Obviously, we talked about home performance and some crawl spacing and all that too. anything we do on home performance-wise also qualifies for that.
Oh, really?
So, yeah, we can get in there and, do an assessment of the house. Last time we were together, we did a quick assessment of your house and blower door test and all that. That's also something that, just energy efficiency. Right now, everyone's in the peak. Everyone wants it cold. It's hot out. I want air conditioning. I can't wait. I need air conditioning. We usually find a lot of issues that go on with that when we do the initial assessment to get them the air conditioning. And so we solve the initial problem. Say, all right, we'll be in here Tuesday. We're going to get air. We're going to have air conditioning. However, we did find these problems that should be addressed. It allows them. All right, let's get through this heat season. Let's get this in there, and then
let's think forward.
August, September. Let's go ahead and take care of the insulation values that we found wrong in the attic or the crawl space problems that are there, and get that sealed up and get the humidity levels down and get the house ready for the heating season when it's going to be more efficient.
Let's talk about your financing. Mm-hmm. You offer financing.
We offer financing
on approved credit, of course, like everybody else. But tell me this: is it on? Say somebody wants a new Rinnai hot water heater.
Yes.
Really? Mm-hmm. So if somebody's listening, their hot water heater's on the brink, and they're debating whether they want to go from just replacing a traditional hot water heater that's not going to be super efficient but give them hot water, or they want to say, nah, tell me a little bit about do you sell Rinnai, or is it a different brand?
We sell a couple different brands. We do definitely sell Rinnai. We sell, I actually have a new one that we've been carrying that's been really well. It's actually got a little better warranty than the Rinnais, and it's a little bit more efficient. So American water heaters.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly. Anything that we come out there and we get quite a lot of hits for those. So you come out and we can get something in, very low monthly payments. There's a full range. We have 3 different financing institutions we use for any projects, so we can really get in there and get the lowest, a low monthly payment. 0% interest on many things. So there are a lot of options on there, and it really depends on what the system is and what what we're looking for.
Everything it sounds like here, everything is one by one.
Right. Exactly.
Got to look at what you got, and it isn't just a matter of this guy's going to sell you 2.5 ton, and this guy's going to say, well, hold on, let's take a look at things.
Yes.
Let's put a set of eyes to it.
Figure out what you actually need, not what somebody else put in there 20 years ago. And
they're just duplicating a mistake.
Exactly. Yeah, we need to figure that out.
Let's say I was going to build a new house. And I, call a contractor or whatever. I can, in the very beginning stages. In other words, usually when somebody builds a house, they're very price conscious. Mm-hmm. I just want to get the most affordable heating or air conditioning system in there. But they never stop and say, but is it everything efficient-wise? In other words, because you can get the deal in the beginning to get it in there. But the bigger question is it going to pay you back anything, or is it just going to heat or air condition your house? So can somebody say to their contractor, look, even if the contractor has his own guy, they can call you and say, I want to deal with you guys.
Yes. And we do that quite a lot on custom homes. It's always a funny thing. You go into these new houses and they're beautiful, and everyone looks at the granite countertops and the stainless appliances and everything you can cosmetically see.
Right.
And they have the lowest efficient builder grade piece of equipment that's in the house, and it's not doing them a bit of good. So all the the money they spent on those upgrades, that you can visually see, are not helping you on the efficiency wise. So there are things we like to get involved at the base, the beginning stages of that, and say, look, if you do this, it adds an extra $3 a month to your mortgage.
Yeah,
that's nothing. You're saving an extra $50 a month on utilities by doing it. So if education is the big part of that, understanding the value of what you're getting, and it's that's a big thing. Value over price. Just because it's a low price doesn't mean it's the best value you can get.
Here's what I've learned. I'm 56 years old. I've been in business since I was 16. Shopping price is an uneducated consumer. Mm-hmm. This has been my experience. People that focus only on price are basically saying, I'm not going to allow anybody to educate me. Mm-hmm. I know it all, and I only want the cheapest thing I can get. Well, you know what you have a minute after you buy it, if you're that kind of shopper? You have the cheapest thing you can get. Right. And nobody had a chance to say, listen, for this much more, I can remember when I was a kid, they didn't even have radial tires. Everything was non-radial. Thump, thump, thump. 20,000 miles is all they would last. Now they've come out with radials. And it was like a big stretch for people to try them, but they ride so much through. And I see that with heating and air. In other words, because I bought more than one system from you guys.
Yes, yeah.
And when you give me the quotes, there's 2 or 3 things on there. And, I do want to say this. I have had a lot of people that are talking to you about a system or encapsulation or whatever that have called me. And if you're listening and you're thinking about dealing with Sean and you really want to talk to me about it, I'm throwing it out there. You can call me and say, hey, and the only requirement to talk to me about Sean is you need to buy one small trailer. And then I'll tell you all you want to know about heating and air. But what I'm saying is, if you're listening, this is not just a paid advertisement. This is me saying I've dealt with First Class Heating and Air. I've dealt with Sean, and I enjoy dealing with him. And I've not dealt with him once, twice, or 3 times. It's been, you were just here, fix something here at this place.
Yep.
A capacitor or something, in other words. It come out, figured out what was wrong, got the part, come back and fixed it, boom, boom. I'm happy. So
well, we appreciate it. And
how do people? You go ahead. I was going to say, how do people reach you, but I cut you right off.
Oh,
again.
that's I'm sorry. The best way to reach us is our office number is 934-8900. Obviously on the web, firstclasshvac.com. But basically anywhere. So just look us up. There's a lot of information on our website. It shows all the services, everything we do. You call into the office, talk to any of the ladies in there, and they'll be happy to give you the information on the service maintenance agreements. Even just scheduling and evaluation of the system. If your system is 8 or 10 years old,
let's start thinking.
Let's start thinking about it right now. Exactly.
Be proactive about it. Exactly. All right. Well, thank you, Sean. I do want to tell you again, people, if you're listening and you really do, if you're talking to Sean about something and you just really want to hear my experience, you're free to call me, 337-8228, and I'll talk to you. I have at least probably one person a week call and say, I'm thinking about dealing with these guys. Are they for real? And what I like your trucks are lettered. Something else I realized today, I found out. You may not know this. I sold you guys a vehicle.
Oh, really?
I sold you an HHR.
Okay.
Yep. I remember that. It belonged to a friend of mine. He passed away, and his wife asked me to help her sell it, and I did, and you guys actually own it. I didn't know that.
That was my last vehicle until I just got this one. So now
really?
It's another, Brian's vehicle now.
Did you get an HHR again?
No, I got a different one now. But
you got an Escalade.
No, I wish. We have 2 HHRs out there now, and then this one. So.
Okay. Well, anyway, I sold you an HHR. I had no idea until Brooks told me so. Anyway, First Class Heating and Air, I like them. I recommend them. Good people to deal with. I hate to say it like this, but start with a service agreement, because anything you do from that point on, you save a little money on.
Absolutely.
It'll almost pay for itself if you need enough stuff done. So, and you get the service. So, thank you, Sean.
Thank you, Jim.
All right, have a good weekend. Happy Father's Day to you.
Happy Father's
Do you have kids?
I do not.
Okay. Well, anyway, someday. Okay. Thank you very much. All right, folks. Put my foot in my mouth on that one. But anyway, happy Father's Day to everybody. All right, First Class Heating and Air. I like them. Good people. Brooks, do you want to talk about Wellers, or what do you want to talk about next?
We can talk about Wellers, absolutely. We are open today 9 to 1.
You want me to step all over you while you're talking?
No.
No, go ahead. We're open today 9 to 1.
We are, and we are wanting to sell some trailers today.
How many?
I would like to sell about 10 myself.
That's not an unreasonable goal.
No, not at all.
Okay.
Not at all. Just come
Are you going
on
to
in.
let Brooks, Jason sell any?
He can maybe have 1 or 2.
Okay.
Maybe. But I'd like to move some iron onto the road.
Okay. Well, what if they're aluminum?
That's fine too.
Okay.
Iron, aluminum,
magnesium, wood, whatever.
Yes.
All right.
We also have some a new product we just got in. We have some
What's that?
Some Fujifilm 16 megapixel
Man,
cameras.
Are they a deal?
They are a huge deal.
Yeah.
They are
16 megapixel.
16
what
megapixels,
is it? 5 zoom?
5 optical zoom.
5 optical zoom.
Yep. So the lens goes in and out, so you can actually, and then it also has a digital zoom as well. So it zooms in a little further than that after you reach the end of your optical zoom.
Okay.
And they
now,
are.
These are in a box. They are refurbished, which really means I don't even know what it means, because the guy that sold them to me, you know what he said?
Exactly.
He said when they're refurbished, it actually means they've been bench tested.
Yeah. So
He
they're really
said
better than
they're
new.
better than new. He said because when they're new, they just make them and send them on out there, and these still come with a factory 90-day warranty.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, golly, dang, they're about half the price. What are they, $67.50?
$67.50 for a 16 megapixel camera.
Yeah, that's a deal, isn't it?
Absolutely.
And we've got them right here, right now, ready to go.
Ready to go.
You want to talk about that thing?
Yes. We got.
Did we sell any?
Yes, we've sold. I
Oh,
know.
you know-
I know. I sold one myself. I don't know what the other.
I
guys
tried
sold.
to buy hundreds of those. I got 16 of them. I took too long. In other words, when I get these deals, man, if I wait a minute or two, it makes all the difference. It's a Stanley roll-around toolbox,
Yes.
top box and bottom.
Yep.
Okay. And it comes with 88 tools like sockets. And somebody told me yesterday, like the metric sockets have a band around them. One color's metric and one color's SAE. Is that the right word, SCE?
Yeah.
Okay. So anyway, you get 88 tools and the roll-around toolbox for one money. It's a heck of a deal. We got less than 20 left because I only bought 16.
Absolutely.
So what are they, $87.50?
$87.50. We have one here put together in the
Out
showroom.
in the showroom.
So you can
They're
actually
pretty
come
tall,
and see
too.
it. Yeah, exactly. It's got a couple of
like doors at the bottom with shelves in it.
Exactly.
It's got like 5 drawers total.
5 drawers, and they're ball bearing drawers.
Are they really?
So they're smooth.
Yes, I like that.
And then it's even got like a little open area, like a shelf area, and then it's got the top piece that opens up. So they're
for
very
$87.50, that's a lot of product.
Great Father's Day gift.
Yep. Okay, I do got to mention a couple other things. Gosh, I'm almost out of time. Brooks, where did it all go? You talked too long. So either way, you want people to come in today and talk to you.
Absolutely.
Brooks Ritter is his name, folks. He is one of his mother's favorite sons.
Absolutely.
Is that an easy way to put it?
Absolutely.
Okay. Anyway, I want to talk again about George Luff & Associates, talking about payroll. They did my taxes, too, and actually I went through a big old 8-day audit a few years back, and they helped me with that. But anyway, they have an office in Dover, one in Milford, one in Rehoboth. You can call them on the phone at 422-9699, whether you want to talk about payroll or accounting or whatever you want to talk about. But they handle all of our payroll. They can handle yours, whether you're an office of one or an office of hundreds. They will take good care of you. Give them a call, 422-9699. I want to again mention, if you want to get wrapped, and so many people say there's no man on the planet that's going to get wrapped. Well, I'm going to tell you, I get wrapped once a week. It has helped me a lot. It tones and tightens me. I'm actually starting to look different. I was going to say buff. But anyway, I'm starting to look different. My stomach is getting a little smaller. It's tightening up and so on. And give her a call, 422-8315. She'll give you one wrap for free. Other than that, man, I'm out of time. Happy Father's Day. Thanks for listening. Thank you, Fran. God bless you all. Have a good day. Bye-bye.